Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video we have a subscriber, Dave, that we invite him to have dinner out. And we went to Marquesito here in Santo Domingo. We have live music, we have dinner, we have fun over there, but it was too noisy over there. So we came to my husband's favorite place and we invite Dave over here. We can pick his brain and ask him a few questions about his experience here in the Dominican Republic. So let's get started. So Dave,
Yes.
so for how long have you come here to Dominican Republic?
I've been coming to the Dominican Republic, I would say about 15 years. About 15 years. Yeah, off and on, 15 years.
So how often do you come? 15 years, like how many times a year you come?
Depending on my schedule, I would say it could be up to a few times a year. You know, every few months or so.
So what it make you to come so often? Let's say about 5 or 6 times in 1 year to the country.
Well, coming here makes me feel very relaxed. I'm very comfortable. I like the weather. The people are very kind. And I've developed friendships over the years I've been coming here. So it's like a second home. The weather's beautiful. The food is good. It's natural. And so I look forward to it. I really do. A lot of good things about the Dominican Republic. A lot of good things. So
You say a lot of good things coming to the Dominican Republic about the people and all the things, but what is some of the things that you would say that you don't like about the Dominican Republic?
some of the things I don't like about the Dominican Republic. Well, I would say the driving. The people here drive a little crazy, and I do drive when I'm over here. I do rent a car, and so the driving could be it's a little crazy. So it's a challenge driving, trying to be safe. And I rent a car, so I'm always conscious of trying not to get into an accident. So the driving, the people driving. But then I learned that this is how it is here. The driving. Something else that I'm not too crazy about, but listen to one of the other videos, I learned that this is the way it is here. I always thought that when I go to purchase something, some food or something, I would be charged a little bit more money because I'm from America, from a different country. And so that would bother me a little bit too. I'm always thinking that bill's not right. It's more money, and I'm always trying to figure it out. So that would bother me a little bit. Sometimes the people, like if I go to the beach or I go to a store, sometimes I notice some of the people that's trying to make money, they would be very aggressive in trying to sell something to you, and I'm trying to enjoy a meal or something like that, and they would come up to me and they wouldn't take no for an answer. They keep on being aggressive. And so that would bother me a little bit too. But I have to say that even with all of that, I still enjoy the country. But those are the three things that kind of bother me a little bit about the country. But it's not a deal breaker. I still enjoy coming here.
Okay, but I have noticed that every time, I know that I know for a year, I know when you come, but I have noticed that you always come and stay in Boca Chica, which is tourist area, and it's not one of my favorite places.
Right.
So, have you ever tried on the areas, like I know they probably, you would say they always, when you go over there, they probably charge you a little bit more, but have you tried all areas like there is no tourist area, that you can say something that you will feel any different?
Well, that's one reason why I rent a car. Because then I have a home base, which is Boca Chica. I know you're not crazy about it, but let me just tell you why I do go to Boca Chica. Boca Chica is the geographical area of Boca Chica. It's close to the airport. It's about 5 to 10 minutes away from the airport. It's just a couple of minutes walk from the beach, and it's a direct route to the capital. Santiago and Sosua, you got a nice direct route. up to the north. And I enjoy some of the nice restaurants in Boca Chica. The Italian food. I believe Boca Chica has some of the best fried fish in the country. So I believe that. So, so it's, and then I've developed friendships over the years. When I didn't know too much about the country, that was it. And so I've developed friendships and some long friendships, and I still have some of those friendships, with some of the people. And so that's why I guess I use Boca Chica as my home base.
Okay, I can agree to that. If you met some people over there, and I have to agree with you, some of the fried fish is in Boca Chica. I can even lie about that.
Right.
Even though in Macau Beach, they have some very good fried
Really?
fish. You have to go.
I had some fried fish today, and it was good. I had it twice on this trip, and it was good.
Yeah, I have to give you that, but I will feel sometimes like you try to like go to other places besides tourist places. You probably will have other experience. But if that's what you feel comfortable.
But I have though. I've gone to. In fact, just the last couple of days, I've been to San Cristobal. I think that's how you pronounce it. To visit some people that I met, and they invited me to a barbecue. They took me up to the mountains. That was this trip. And then in other trips, I've gone to a place called Nagua. I've gone to Semana, La Terrenas. I've gone to Santiago, Puerto Plata, Sosua, and so Guandolio, San Pedro, Higüey, and Punta Cana. See, all of these places I've gone to, I've gone to being in Boca Chica. I have a car, or sometimes I take a bus. Buses are very convenient, very affordable here. So I go to different places from Boca Chica with a car, with a bus. So so it's not just Boca Chica.
Okay,
Not just Boca Chica. I know Boca Chica has this little stigma connected to it. And that stigma, and I see it. I see what you and other people think of it, but it's just a home base, where I'm comfortable. But I have stayed in other areas, changed up a little bit.
Okay, you surprised me. I didn't think that you was traveling to all other places.
Oh yes. I take advantage of it. Yes.
So how comfortable do you feel traveling and driving to all those places?
I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable. I've driven from the north of the country all the way to the south. I've driven to the east, a little bit to the west of the country, or taken a bus or some sort of transportation. So I'm very comfortable. But for me, driving personally, I'm very comfortable. Yeah, I'm very comfortable. And because I was nervous in the beginning, but the more I do it, the more I felt like, wow, I know it, I'm comfortable, and it makes me feel like this is home, when I can get into a car and drive and not feel nervous, like I used to in the beginning. I'm very comfortable in driving.
As you mentioned that you have to drive a lot every time you go to the different places. Is any misconception about what you hear that people say about the Dominican Republic?
Oh yeah, there's some misconceptions. Some people feel that the country is not safe. You're going to get robbed, you're going to get mugged, kidnapped. I believe all that's a misconception. I believe I'm comfortable. I've never once got involved in a situation where I felt my life or I was in danger, or I was in a life and death situation. And those are a lot of some of the misconceptions of the country that I hear back in the States, especially, and it's from people that's never really been to the country. I've noticed misconceptions come from people that never been here. They'll go on some of the YouTube channels and hear other people say bad things, or You know, and yeah, so that's a misconception.
Yes, that is one of the things probably I said about my channel. Most of the people they always have something to say negative because the people they've never been here, they just be repeating the same thing that other people be saying because yeah.
Exactly, you're right. I think when you come to the Dominican Republic, you should experience the country. I think that's in any country. Experience the country. Go outside of the tourist areas. Some people are scared to death. In fact, they're warned. They're told, don't go outside the resorts. And I think that's a misconception. I want to go out. I want to experience and see what people do, how the country operates, and what they do at night, and where they go eat. You know, that's what I want to do. So that's probably the biggest misconception. Don't go outside the tourist areas. And I encourage you to do so. You know, people to come do it. It's safe. People here are very friendly and very helpful.
Yeah, I agree to that. If you want to know what is really the country about, you should go out. And all the thing that I always encourage is don't try to catch people attention. You know, people going out, flashing and stuff like that. But if you go out like a normal person, I mean, just go out, be just regular, you will have no problem.
No, I agree with that. I mean, if you walk out with a I'm from New York, you know, t-shirt, or I'm from New Jersey, or, you know, and you're walking around and making yourself very obvious that you are not from this country and you're lost and you're, you know, can be taken advantage of, then people will. But that can happen in my country, you know. So you have to be careful, no matter where you go. You know, just take certain precautions, and I think you'll be fine. I think the same precautions that I would take in my country, if I take it here in this country, I'll be safe. I don't think I have to take any more or extra precautions, and that's my opinion.
Having said that, is any advice that you can give to people that trying to come over here for the first time? They never been here. They're probably listening to all these the people be saying that you can give.
Yes, I would say number one, don't listen to all the misconceptions. You know, don't pay attention to all this online stuff that you hear about the Dominican Republic. Don't listen to it. I would say just come to the country. Come to the country, experience it for yourself. You pay attention to all of that stuff, you won't come here. You won't come anywhere. I'll just be honest with you. You'll be afraid to even walk out your door. So my advice is don't listen to too much of that. You know, pick and choose some of the things that you listen to. But I would say just come here and enjoy the country. Just do it. As Nike would say, just do it.
I think that I would say the same. Like if you already have the desire to come and you're just afraid, you should come and then experience yourself instead of listening what everybody said. And then you have your own experience, and then if it's not the fit for you, just okay, I went, I tried, and it's not the fit for me. But just listening to what other people saying and this and that, you will never make it, because people always, it depends on how they want to see it. Sometimes it's what they listen and then they want to make it to be. But if you come and you have your experience, you will decide, okay, that is not the place for me, I want to go somewhere else.
Right, I agree. It's just good life advice, period, no matter where you go. And yeah, I would definitely say just come here and figure it out for yourself. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I would say, I'll put myself on the line. I'll say that I think most people that will come here for the first time, they're going to enjoy it. In fact, I've met people that come here for the first time, they want to buy a house right away. They want to get married to a Dominican woman. They just love the country so much, they want to start doing things right away. And I'll be the first to say, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. And some of these people are people that was given this bad advice. Don't come here. They come here, they enjoy everything, you know, so it's totally the opposite. And you got different parts of the country. You know, some parts of the country you have a little bit of the party life, and some parts more laid back. So I would say go to different parts of the country. Don't just go to this one part of the country where everybody's shooting to. Experience a different part of the country, enjoy it, then you can find your fit, you know, your style. And I think you would enjoy the country. Just experience every part of the country.
I will say the same thing. Like if it's your first time, even if people told you to not to come and then you decide to come and then you like it so much, you want to stay, you want to get married, and then you want to buy the property over here, I will say the same thing. Just wait. Don't do it right away. Just come a few more times. Just have the feeling. Just make sure that it's the right fit for you, that you feel comfortable, that you like what really the Dominican Republic is, or any place that you go. You don't have to be here, but that you feel comfortable, not because you fell in love the first time, because what you see, it makes you just feel so good. I mean, the first time came the first time, but you come a few different times to see if it's the same feeling, and then you make the decision. Don't make your decision right away. So since I met you the first time, you said that you want to come and retire here. Is that still how you feel like it?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. That hasn't changed. In the beginning, I was a little nervous and thinking about it. Because I was falling to that trap. Listen to people, man, don't do it, And again, once I just started coming here, talking to some good people that's done it already, I'm more focused on that, instead of like changing my mind back and forth. I would love to come here, buy some, get a home, a property, or an apartment. And so yes, I'm still in that line of thought. I would love to.
But it made me feel good. It's like what other people say that how Dominicans are, because it's a lot of things going on out there, how Dominican people are, whatever. But it made me feel good that I'm from the Dominican Republic, and all the people feel welcome to come over here, and they feel so good over here. It made me feel good. I don't care what other people say. I don't do that because of my channel, because it made me feel good.
Absolutely, and I'm being very honest when I say that. It's a beautiful country, and I come here all the time. And in fact, when I get ready to leave, I feel I get some sadness because I don't want to. Because the days go past, so whatever time I'm here, it goes past so fast, and I want to stay longer. So there's a certain sense of sadness that's set in when I get ready to leave, because I know I got to get right back into that. With some of the youth, the matrix. I got to get back into that matrix again. And then after about a few weeks or a month, man, I'll be plan my next trip.
Okay, yeah, that's what I hear about.
And it's getting closer and closer. My trips are coming more and more closer. And I get people that say, Dave, you might as well just come and do it, And you know what I like too about this country is that there's people that don't have a lot of money here, but those people are happy. We have people in my country that's got a lot of money and they're not happy.
They're miserable.
Yeah, you can make all this money, have homes and cars and cash, and you're still stressed out. You got all types of mental health issues. And people here, some people ain't got no money, but they'll give you the shirt off their back, they'll give you the last grain of rice, and they're happy, That's big to me. You know what I mean? I started thinking about that. I'm thinking, wow, that's big. Quality of life.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you that for a personal experience. I mean, people that probably don't have enough money to buy food and, to eat next day, but today, they happy. They probably have the money to buy a presidente and just have fun and talk about it and enjoy their life, and then tomorrow, whatever it comes, it comes. Yeah, I know that for a fact.
Right.
Yeah, I know that to be true. And I know probably the first time that we met, I know that you were single. So probably this will be my last question. I don't know if you have any experience dating over here or not, but I want to know if you have. Is having difficult or easy to date over here?
That's a good question. A lot easier. The women over here are different than the women in my country, and I want to watch what I say. It's different, and it's more friendlier for me here, I would say. It's more natural. It's a different mindset here than in my country.
So I know that you have mentioned that it's easier. but it's easier to meet them, to talk to them, or how do you meet them?
Well, I meet them everywhere. I can meet them at the supermarket, at a restaurant. I meet them everywhere, and it's a little bit. I find it easier because I can just ask them, or I'll just say that I'll just maybe compliment them or say hello to them, and I'll get a nice smile back, and I may get some type of indication that they want to talk. We can talk. So I find it easier and more enjoyable, more natural.
That is, it's funny because people that send me emails, I say that you can meet them anywhere. I mean, even in supermarket, grocery store,
Yes.
bank, whenever you go. I mean, you can meet them anywhere. If
Yes.
you like somebody, just try to ask a question. Just try to talk to them, and you will see.
Yeah, and I like that. Whereas in other areas, people are serious. They, they're trying to get through their workday or trying to get in and out of stores, and they may even look at you like you're crazy. Like, what are you talking to me for? What's the matter with you? What you want? Whereas here, it's a lot easier. They'll talk to you. It's just better.
And you will say that even though it's that language barrier, you will say it's easier that way?
That language, it's not even important. It's not even important. I've noticed that's not even important. Because I know some Spanish. It's not perfect, but I know enough. And the little bit that I know is just enough, to start a conversation, to talk, and it's funny because they'll even try to talk a little English if they know some English. And the fact that I know a little Spanish, it makes them feel more comfortable. Like they makes them feel like you're trying to learn their language, your language, and it makes them feel a lot comfortable. And so the language barrier has nothing to do with it, nothing. And now that we got our phones with the translations and stuff like that, we can, but simple words. Hello, how are you? Little complimentary words. Those are all basic words. And before you know it, you're getting some contact information and you're moving forward.
Okay. I mean, that's good to know for some of the people that try to do the same. And as I know that I said that was my last question, but I have another question.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that some people usually try to come over here to the country, and I get some people that ask me, okay, if I'm coming to the country, how much I need to budget in to be there for this amount of time, or so and so. Yeah, I know that you have been here quite often. So how much you will say, like if you come for about a week, or how much you will spend in a day? And usually I tell people it's depending what is your lifestyle. Like
Right.
if you out, if you don't go out, what you eat, what you do. But let's say for your experience, if you go out to dinner, if you go to a bar, or what do you do? How much you will say that you budget in a week or per day?
So based on my lifestyle, I have maybe a little bit above average budget. I budget for about $100 a day.
Damn!
I don't know if that's below average, but that's my budget. And sometimes I may not even spend $100. Okay, so my budget for 9 days is about $3,500. Now, I may not spend all of it. In fact, I don't spend all of that. I may bring back close to $2,000 back, but I bring that much just in case something may happen. Anything may happen, such as I get stuck here for another few days, I get sick, there's something wrong with the flight, the airplane or something like that, it could be canceled or something, or I get into an accident. I'm comfortable with having that extra money so that I'm good to go if something happens. So I expect to bring back most of that money when I come back. But listen, if I don't, it's okay because I budgeted for that. So if every penny of that spent, I'm okay. I don't budget to bring the money back. I budget to bring the money to the country. You know, so.
He's too nice with his budget.
Right. Now, I'm not saying everybody does. Now, you may have some people that do. They may do more than that. Some may think that, no, I ain't doing close to that. But that makes me feel comfortable. I want to be. The last thing I want to have to worry about is money. You know, the last thing I want to have to worry about, I get into an emergency in another country, and I ain't got no money. You know, so that's my. I wouldn't say that's not my fear. That's my concern, and so I try to prepare for my concern. You know.
Okay, he's very nice with his budget. He said that more people do more. I was thinking like more people do less, but he said that more people do more. So okay. I don't know how all the idea that with people budgeting to come in, it was a different list than that.
But that includes the hotel as well. You know, that hotel, my car, I rent a car. So that includes those things too. So it's not just walking around with my pockets bulging,
Okay.
walking down the street. But you know, it's hotel, it's cars. You know, the rent a car. You know, so that's included.
Yeah, that's what other thing that I probably wanted to ask. Now that you mentioned that you rent a car, so how much is it cost to rent a car here, and where you rent it for?
Okay, well let me start with where I rent a car. I rent a car from Avis, right at the airport. I find that's really convenient because when I'm at the airport, get off the plane, get my bags, I go right to get my car. So now I don't have to worry about dealing with being overcharged with the guys trying to overcharge me for getting to my hotel. I got a car right at the airport, so I get the car, I go right to my hotel. So that's convenient for me. I rent from a large rent-a-car company. You know, Avis. Avis is very popular in the States, and Avis is in the Dominican Republic. Could be a little bit more than what most people are paying as opposed to some of the local rent-a-car companies here. But I like it because Avis has a nice general insurance policy where if something happens, I can bring the car back. And it's happened before. I remember driving and it was raining really hard, and there was water there was some flooding, and it covered a big old hole. And I rented a really small car, and the car almost went right into the whole front end. The whole front end just damaged. I was so nervous. I drove that car back like 5 miles an hour, all the way back to the airport. And they said, "Oh, you have insurance." No problem. They put me in another car 5 minutes later, and I was comfortable. I was good. And I said, you know what? This is where I need to be. This is where I need to be. You know, I paid a little insurance, extra insurance for liability, collision. You know, I just get the whole complete coverage so that I'm covered. So if something happens, somebody run into me, or if I'm parked someplace and I come out and my car is damaged, I don't have to worry and start stressing that they're gonna take my money, I'm going to jail or something like that. They'll give me another car. So what's important to me, again, is just getting a car at the airport, so I don't have to worry about taking a cab. I get in a car right there, and I try to rent from a major rent-a-car company. It could be Avis, it could be Hertz. I used to do Hertz, but it's got to be one of the major big companies. So right now I do Avis, and so how much I pay, that's it's not cheap, because I get the whole insurance policy. I could pay, with everything together, I can pay up to like $70, about $70 a day. And I don't get a small car. I like to get a car that's got nice sized wheels on it, just in case, because in this country there's a lot of water, there's a lot of rain, so I want something that can get up these little hills and get through the water. So I don't get the economy car. In fact, I don't even encourage an economy car. I would say get like a little small SUV. Again, that's up to every person's budget. But me personally, I'm a bigger guy too. I like a bigger vehicle with some wheels, and so when it rains or whatever, I feel comfortable that the vehicle gets through all of that, those obstacles, those issues that could be on the road. I pay it. Some people think oh, that's a little too much, Dave. No, but I pay it. You know, I want to be comfortable. I don't want to have to worry about. I want to focus on my vacation. I don't want to have to focus on nickels and dimes and things like that. You know?
Some people, I mean, of course you can find different offer here. You can rent to locals, or you can rent to different people probably in the Dominican market that it will be cheaper than that. But some people don't want to deal with the hassle, and I know you have to pay me this and the insurance and whatever happened. They just try to feel more comfortable renting from a known company.
Just add to that, because I tried that before. I tried renting from a local, and it was very appetizing because they would say, "Listen, don't give me no down payment." Whereas a rental car company, they want to hold some money. Whereas a local say, "Don't worry about it, just pay me per day." But what happens when you get into a little accident? What happens when you get into a little, now they walking around, oh man, this wasn't here, that wasn't there, that wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I experienced that.
So guys, you heard it from Dave. He's one of my subscribers. You have here his experience, and that is all what I have for right now. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! Hi guys! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we have... Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we have a subscribers. We invited him to dinner. Subscribe. I say subscriber. I say subscribers. Okay.
This is where we get all the bloopers from.
I noticed you guys put on the videos now, like you that toward the end. I like that. You guys just started doing that, right? Yeah, I like that.
I think it's my second time meeting with you.
Yes. Second or third time? Second or third time?
I think it's the second time.
Second time, okay.
Yeah, the second. I think, I don't know.
Do it
But
again. It's been 3 times. Do it again.
It was 3 times. I
We don't have to get it right.
I was trying to kind
you
of
were
cue
trying
you.
to
I was
tell
trying to
you.
tell you it's been 3 times. And so that would fall under, I'd say, about $100 a day.
Shit, don't listen to Dave talk. They ain't gonna have y'all that program. All the day, man.
Well,
Nobody gonna care about you having nobody with no grocery dogs. Man.
well, hold on. When I say that,
He's saying $100
well,
a day.
well, listen, is that good? Is that too much? Is that?
That's the one to the people.
Hey, you don't even spend that when you at the house.
Wow. Well, we can start over. We can start over again.
I'm family of 3 and I don't spend $100.
Wow. Did we get exit? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I
No,
need,
but that's cool because you're on vacation, so
because that's what I do. In fact, sometimes, can I be honest with you?
of course.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I get my money out the bank to come here, I do $200 a day.